Alright, what's up, dudes? So, we are here at the Narshe review. As you know, we rate the characters based on their appearance, their when they appear. So, in the Narshe review, we do it that way. Later in the Tomasa review, we do it in order of my favorites. But for this one, we're doing it straight up, who we got in a row. So, we have BOF2 Ryu as a sprite and BOF1 Ryu as a portrait. In honor of him, I'm wearing my officially licensed Capcom Breath of Fire 2 Dragon Tier shirt. There are not a whole lot of these out there. I got it a long time ago. So, anyway, so let's talk about Ryu, okay? So, Ryu has fight, lore, jump, and item. Right now in his lore list, he only has clean sweep. He's got all this stuff because of our level from Ramza. But the only things really useful right now are Clean Sweep and Whirlwind. He got Whirlwind from another of our characters we'll go over in a second. And yeah, no magic command, just lore, jump, and fight and item. His magic power is 58, which is pretty dang good. And he's not equipped with anything right now. I love Ryu, like all Ryus, except for maybe Ryu from 4 and Ryu from Dragon Quarter. I didn't really care too much for them. But yeah, this Ryu is cool as hell. I guess we're equipping him with some of the best stuff. He's not gonna be able to clean sweep too much because his MP isn't huge, but, yeah, he's looking alright. We might want to actually, downgrade him with some stuff and give some better stuff to other characters, now that I think about it, but he'll be fine how he is. I would rate him, as far as cool factor, he's like a 7 out of 10, easily. As far as, like, his rating as a character, I don't know yet. Right now, without a magic command, but with lore, depending on if we get Quasar or Grand Train, of course, right now I'd put him at like a 7 as well. 7 as far as, like, 7 overall for him. But, yeah, frickin' Ryu, dude. Our next main character was the Predator. Because for whatever reason, we got the Predator. I love the fact that he's in lock spot, so it says Predlock, which is what I always call Predator Dreadlocks, or Predlocks. The sad part about him is, as cool as he is, he got some lame skills. Number one, Morph is niche. It's not really used all that much. And his skill Bolt is Bolt 2 plus Bolt Beam. But it's roulette targeting, so it's pretty much useless. He can equip some pretty good stuff, like this Morning Star and stuff. We'll probably throw that on somebody else, and the Genji Shield on somebody else, because this character, as cool as he is just not cutting it. He's just going to have to do regular attacks for the most part. I'll go over relics after the fact. So, Predator, cool factor, I gotta say like a 7 or an 8, because I love Predator. But, yeah, as far as character utility, he's like a 4 right now. He's not that good. I'd say actually maybe a 3, because he doesn't really have great stuff to equip either. So, sorry, Predator. You will probably not be going with us on our trip to Zozo. Okay, Zack was our next character, King of Figaro, also a much better main character than Cloud. So Zack is kind of interesting because his slots are super random. That's the point of the slots in the randomizer. He's throwing Whirlwind on his gems, which is a nice heal spell, and it gave it to Ryu in his lore list. It comes up with random espers on bars a lot more. He's got 7 flush on his airships and level 3 muddle when he fails the slots, and then the chocobos were Spectre, I do believe. I haven't seen any more than that, but I mean, you never know. We'll see what he gets. But those slots are kind of meh. Having him as a healer, though, for free is pretty nice. So, and then Capture we haven't really used much. It's just kind of a throwaway skill. I think I am going to have him with all this stuff because he's the only one that's like the only thing he can equip. The Thunderblade is good for him. It's perfect. Because he's going to... Actually, no, maybe not the Thunderblade. I think I'll Guardian him because he's going to be using slot more than anything else, I think. So yeah, we'll just keep him with the Guardian. But Zack, as far as cool factor, also a 7. I think he's way cooler than Cloud. I've always liked Zack more. His Tactics portrait is really cool too. And yeah, as far as character utility, I mean, with the slots being as random as they are, I'd probably put him at like a 5 as of right now. So there you go, Zack. Simon friggin' Belmont. Number 1, he doesn't speak. Just like Ryu, just like Who were the other characters we had that didn't speak? Frickin' Chrono, who is in the shadow spot, which we can't really talk about right now because he's not here. But Simon, on the other hand, he's been killing it with Stray Ice 2, which we've been calling Strice, and Ramu. And he's got a magic command and a decent magic power stat. So he's kind of all around pretty good for AoE right now. And he did learn Fire, and he's got some other utility magic, Slow and Scan, you know. I think he's a pretty dang good character, if I'm being honest with you. He does fight with claws, but he hasn't really been fighting much. He's just been doing freaking Strice, because it's that good. But yeah, I think Simon, obviously, as far as cool factor, Simon is a freaking 7 or 8 as well, because he's so cool. He's not Trevor. Trevor is my favorite Belmont, but he's close. So, there you go, Simon. He's looking to kill this is what he's doing after he's killed Dracula. This is kind of leading up to the people, you know, thinking the Belmonts are, you know, devil worshippers and stuff. But anyway, yeah, Simon's cool, dude. And yeah, I think he's, as a character overall, right now he's probably an 8 because of all of the AoE. So, good on you, Simon. Alright, Ramza. So we just got done with our Final Fantasy Tactics Pseudo Randomizer. I was super excited to see Ramza. His sprite palette is awesome with the red friggin' armor. He looks cool as shit. However, he's not that good. He's got Mimic, which makes him a copy of our best character on the team. So that does make him really good, which already entitles him to being like at least a 6 rating. But our level sucks. He doesn't have a magic command, and he can't equip very good weapons. He can't equip any weapon besides the Imp Halberd. He is just punching. But the fact that he can mimic is actually really helpful. I'd say on a like coolness factor, he's definitely an 8, because Ramza is one of the coolest characters in video game history, coolest main characters in video game history, in my opinion, and he's an atheist. So we've got definitely an 8 in coolness, but as far as he as himself, he's like just a 6. He would be a 5, but the fact that he has Mimic gives him that one bump up. So, alright, Ramza. Spidey! Holy shit, we got Spider-Man in the symbiote suit. Which I think is correct. But he is Spidey, and he has Blitz and X-Magic. He still has to learn some magic to use with X-Magic, but we've been doing Blitz. His Blitz input for Fire Dance is kind of weird, but I'm a fighting game player. I can do it sometimes. This controller sucks for doing fighting game inputs, but we've gotten it enough times to warrant using it. So, but he is Spider-Man, and he is a main character as well. I didn't equip any relics yet. We're going to do that later, but yeah, dude, he's Spidey. As far as cool factor, I've never been a huge fan of Spider-Man. I like him, he's cool, but he's not like, I'm not like a huge-ass Spider-Man fan. So I would probably put his coolness factor at like a 5 for me. I can go either way. As far as utility, if I could get his blitzes every time, he would be like an 8. But because I can't, he's like a 6 or a 7. So there you go, Spidey. And another returning character, Butts. Butts was the main character in our Villain Redemption Arc Seed. He was horribly outshone by Bowser, but still, he was a cool character and he kicked butt. He's in our cell spot. But Butts sucks. Magic Power 41, awesome. Are all not awesome. That's your Mertens, that's your Quakes, that's your Crusaders, that's your horrible shit that can just wreck your whole party if you're not careful. And then Corinne, Shades of Biggs that we had in that one seed. Corinne gives regen, that's it. It's not great. And item and fight, no magic command either. So Butts, not looking great, even with a 41 magic power. R-All is never going to be used, probably. There's too much stuff we have to equip to not get hurt by everything in it. And W-Wind will always still work, pretty much. But, yeah. Butts, cool factor. He is one of the most personality-driven, like, main characters in Final Fantasy history. I always liked Butts. I liked how he was, like, comical and shit for a main character. So I would put him probably at, like, an 8 in coolness factor, but probably, like, a 4 as a character. Maybe even less, actually. Probably about the same as Predator. Well, he can at least give us regen. So, yeah, he's a 4. Good job, Butts. As far as Chrono, I can't say right now because I don't have him with me and I want to wait to rate him. We'll do that in the Tomasa review probably, even though he still won't be with us. But we'll have more to go on by then. As far as the seed goes, it's pretty fun. We got some okay stuff, like, you know, I like that we have lore already. We're actually going through using vanilla commands in some spots, and there's some characters, obviously, that don't have vanilla commands and have the replace everything commands, but I didn't use that flag. Yeah, so far the seed is easy. We haven't run into any trouble, except for those blizzard enemies in the very beginning. That sucked. And a couple of cheeky monster inboxes, but other than that, yeah, we're doing great. And it looks cool. All the characters, there's so much spiky hair going on here. Oh my god. And Chrono isn't even here, like I said. But, yeah, man. I don't know if the storyline's gonna stick to the NPCs chasing us down. So far, it's working, because those freaking Figaro Chocobo cavalry dudes have appeared all over the place. And, we'll see if we run into any more NPCs trying to ruin our day, but we gotta fight a bunch of Cecils here in the snowfields, because the Empire has, mass-produced and weaponized Dark Knight Cecil. Hopefully Paladin Cecil is out there somewhere to take him out, but either way, I'm glad Noctis isn't in the pool of characters we can get anymore. I'm glad the boy from Secret of Evermore wasn't either, because his portrait was kind of weird. But, yeah, other than that, we're doing good. We got a decent team. I'm going to go through and equip all of our relics, and then I'm actually going to go out for the night, and hopefully we pick this back up tomorrow, or maybe even later tonight, and we go ahead and do all the way through to the Imperial Continent. But until then, I have a bonus for you guys. This just hit me because before I got on to record this episode, the Narshe review, I was jamming guitar, and I decided just to reach up and hit record on my OBS, and I jammed out a little bit of Pink Floyd and a little bit of just messing around with runs up the neck and stuff, and just doing cool shit. So I noticed that, you know, the Narshe review is one of like the least watched episodes in my Beyond Chaos run, so I figured maybe we put a jam session at the end of each one. You know, that'd be cool. And if you don't want to watch it, just end it when I say peace and whatever, and just move on to the next episode of Beyond Chaos. But yeah, I just figured if you guys are interested in checking out just me messing around on guitar, because you always see it in the background and you don't ever see me play it, I may as well do something. So that'll start right after I say peace and word. I will see you guys next time. Peace. Sorry.